Welcome to episode 368, where I'm talking about imbalances and disorders which can occur in the urinary channel, or Mutra Vaha Srotas, such as UTIs or urinary tract infections, urinary retention, incontinence, and various problems with urination. I also discuss the possible causes of these disorders and how to prevent these imbalances from manifesting. So please stay tuned. Hi there, I'm your host Colette, and on this podcast I will be sharing the teachings of Ayurveda, yoga, and holistic health practices. Now, if you're new to Ayurveda, I recommend checking out the first couple of episodes where I do an introduction to Ayurveda and the mind-body types. Thanks for listening, and now here's a new episode. This episode is sponsored by Kerala Ayurveda. Looking to cultivate holistic lifestyle habits and deepen your connection with Ayurveda? Kerala Ayurveda Academy invites you to transform your life by learning to live in harmony with nature and inspire others along the way. With authentic certification courses for beginners and advanced learners, you'll gain the knowledge and skill set to create positive, lasting change. Study online or in person at their beautiful Bay Area campus in California. Use the code Elements100, that's Elements 100, for $100 off tuition and begin your journey today. Learn more at keralaayurveda.us/courses, and you'll find all that info in the show notes. Hey there, and welcome back to the Elements of Ayurveda podcast. It's Colette for a solo episode today where I'm talking about the imbalances and the disorders which can occur in Mutra Vaha Srotas, or the urinary channel. So let's get straight into it, and I want to start by covering some basics about Mutra Vaha Srotas. The root or mula of Mutra Vaha Srotas is the bladder, kidneys, euguinal region, which is the groin region, and urethra. The passage or marga is urethra, and the bladder. And the mukha or opening is the urethral opening. The functions of this urine channel are the production of urine, storage and elimination of excess liquids and toxins, regulation of body temperature, and maintenance of the water-electrolyte balance. Ayurveda teaches us that urine formation begins in the large intestine and continues via blood circulation in the kidneys. And this is very different to modern science, where the kidneys are considered to be the site of urine formation. According to Ayurveda, the collection of excess water happens in the colon through the colon's mucous membrane and transports it to the kidneys. The kidneys continually filter the blood of excreted bodily waste, and then urine or mutra is formed, which is then transported to the bladder via the urethras. The urine or mutra is stored in the bladder until it reaches a certain capacity, which will create pressure, giving the urge to urinate, and the urine is eliminated through the urethra. Now, if you want to know more about the functioning of Mutra Vaha Srotas and the subdoshas involved, then check out episode 296, because in this episode, I'm going to delve deeper into the imbalances and disorders which can manifest in the urinary channel. So let's start by looking at the signs and symptoms of aggravation in Mutra Vaha Srotas. Well, some of the signs could be a frequent or excessive urination, incontinence, scanty or no urination, painful or burning urination, blood in the urine, excess proteins or crystals in the urine, backache, which can be related to the kidneys, expansion of the bladder due to ignoring the urge to urinate, emotions of fear and anxiety, which are the emotions associated with the kidneys, and turbid urine, which is where the urine is cloudy, murky, or frothy in appearance. And it's really important to observe your urine because this can give you indications of doshic imbalances. For example, vata aggravation can result in urine that's scanty, colorless, and with an astringent smell and bubbly appearance. Now, if there's ama or toxins present in the urine, it will have a very strong smell. A pitta aggravation can result in urine that's abundant, yellow or greenish in color with a sour smell, can be oily in appearance, and if there's ama or toxins present, the urine can be dark with a fleshy smell. And with a kapha aggravation, this can result in a large quantity of cloudy urine with a slightly sweet smell and a slimy appearance. And if there's toxins present, the urine will be cloudy, frothy, and have a moldy smell. So observing your urine, just like we observe our bowel movements, can be very beneficial and can tell us a lot about our health. So if we ignore these signs of imbalances, these imbalances can then go on to cause further aggravation and end up in manifesting in disorders of the Mutra Vaha Srotas. And now I'm going to cover some of the disorders which can manifest due to an aggravation in the Mutra Vaha Srotas or the urine channel. The first one we have is Mutra Kriksha or urinary tract infections, often known as UTIs, which involve bacterial infections in any part of the urinary system. That could be the kidneys, the urethras, the bladder, or urethra. But these infections commonly affect the lower urinary tract, especially the bladder and urethra. Cystitis is closely related to UTIs and manifests in the lower urinary tract also, and results in inflammation of the bladder, typically caused by a bacterial infection, but also can arise from irritation and non-infectious cystitis. UTIs and cystitis are associated with aggravated pitta dosha, which can lead to excessive heat and inflammation in the urinary tract, resulting in burning sensation and pain during urination, frequent urge to urinate with little urine output, and cloudy, strong-smelling urine, lower abdominal pain and discomfort. The next disorder is Mutragata, which is urine retention, and can result in difficulty in urination, abdominal pain, and distension. This is generally caused by a vata imbalance, resulting in a blockage in the urinary channels. Mutrashmari are urinary stones, which can cause severe pain. There may also be blood in the urine and frequent urination. Mutrasanga, which is the complete or partial obstruction in the urinary tract, usually caused by stones or tumors, leading to a sharp pain in the lower abdomen or groin area and difficulty in urinating. This could be due to a vata-kapha imbalance, leading to the formation of stones. Mutrajatara, which is the abnormal accumulation of fluid in the abdomen, as a result of urinary imbalances causing abdominal swelling, discomfort, breathlessness, and diminished urine output. This can be a result of a vata imbalance leading to improper elimination of waste. Mutra atipravriti is the excessive or frequent urination, often associated with imbalances in pitta and vata doshas. The final disorder I'm going to discuss here today is prameya or diabetes. And the Mutra Vaha Srotas are heavily impacted by diabetes due to the way this disease influences the body's ability to process fluids and remove waste, including sugars and other metabolic byproducts. One of the hallmark symptoms of diabetes is excessive and frequent urination. This is directly linked to Mutra Vaha Srotas, where the channels responsible for urine formation and excretion are overburdened by the increased volume of fluid passing through them. This excess urination is often due to the high glucose content in the urine. Ayurveda views this as a result of an imbalance in the kapha dosha. So now let's look at some of the possible causes of aggravation in the urinary channels. It could be due to too much or too little hydration, excess sugar and salty tastes, diarrhea, prolonged fasting, stress, whether it's emotional or physical stress. It could be stress due to an accident or just stress due to over-exercising the body. Ignoring the urge to urinate, especially before eating, drinking, and having sex, as well as these activities can put pressure on the urinary channel. Emaciation or prolonged fasting, infections of the kidneys or bladder, diabetes, as we just mentioned, lots of travel. And this is due to the fact that the excess movement causes the mobile quality of vata to become aggravated, resulting in vata imbalances. And vitiated doshas in general, when the doshas are aggravated, it can affect the structure and the function of the srotas or channels as the doshas are flowing through the channels. The vitiation of Mutra Vaha Srotas can be a result of one or more of the doshas of vata, pitta, and or kapha doshas becoming aggravated and then entering into the srotas or channel. It's important to determine which dosha or doshas are involved, and that will determine the treatment. For example, a vata aggravation may result in dehydration and in turn cause decreased urination. A pitta aggravation can create excess acidity and inflammation in the body. And aggravated kapha can cause swelling due to excess liquid and obstructions in the body. Early detection of imbalances and pacifying the doshas is essential, along with herbal support for the channel and educating the rogi on diet, lifestyle, stress management, etc. This holistic approach, of course, needs to be tailored to each individual's presenting symptoms and their lifestyle. Cleansing the body is very beneficial with disorders in Mutra Vaha Srotas, and it's important that the cleansing protocol is tailored to the rogi. The cleansing process can help to lighten the body, stimulate the agni, the digestive fire, eliminate any accumulation of ama or toxins, and pacify the doshas and nourish the srotas or channels. Preventing imbalances in the Mutra Vaha Srotas is key to maintaining healthy fluid metabolism, proper elimination of waste, and the overall balance of the doshas. Here are some tips to help keep the Mutra Vaha Srotas or the urine channel functioning optimally. The first one, no surprise, is hydration, which is key for the health of the urinary channel, as it helps to flush out the toxins and waste products, preventing stagnation. Now, it's best to drink warm water, avoiding cold or ice drinks, and sip rather than gulp or chugging the water, which can also affect your digestion. The amount of hydration you need depends on your doshic makeup, and there are different water requirements. For example, in general, vata dosha tends to experience the most dryness, and so requires 2.5 to 3 liters or 100 ounces of water per day. The pitta dosha requires around 2 to 2.5 liters or 84 ounces of water per day. And the kapha dosha tends to retain water and so needs less liquids, around 1.5 to 2 liters or 65 ounces per day. Of course, this will depend on your age, the season, the climate you're in, your energy output, and so much more. So again, it really needs to be tailored to each individual. But a very simple way to tell if you're getting sufficient hydration is to check the color of your urine. It should be a light yellow color. Another way of preventing imbalances in the urinary channel is to avoid excessive consumption of diuretics and stimulants like caffeine, alcohol, or carbonated drinks, which can overburden the kidneys and dehydrate the body, causing imbalances in the Mutra Vaha Srotas. Avoid suppressing the urge to urinate, which can disturb the flow of the vata dosha, which is responsible for all movement in the body, including the movement of the urine out of the body. And if this flow is disturbed, it can lead to imbalances in the urinary channel. It's very important to understand your unique doshic makeup and to understand your subtle signs of imbalance, and choose your foods and lifestyle practices accordingly so you can maintain the balance of the doshas, which, as we see, directly influence the health of the Mutra Vaha Srotas and the body and mind in general. You should avoid using products with fragrances when cleansing the genital area and stick with natural products. Stress can disturb the vata pitta doshas, leading to imbalances in the urinary channel also. So, as always, stress management is very important, and doing that with mindfulness practices like yoga, meditation, pranayama, time in nature, really important in our world today to build up a buffer to stress. Regular exercise helps to regulate the metabolism and balance the doshas, particularly Kapha dosha, which tends to cause sluggishness in the urinary system. However, as I mentioned earlier, overexertion can result in too much intensity for pitta and overstimulate and dehydrate vata. So understanding the right type of exercise for your unique constitution is important. And I discussed this in episode 14, if you want to check that out. Living in tune with the circadian rhythm, which I discussed in detail in episode number 8. And performing daily self-care practices or dinacharya, which I discussed in episode 16. Living in tune with the circadian rhythm and practicing your daily dinacharya is a great way to keep your body and mind in balance, preventing any aggravations. And as Ayurveda tells us, respecting the seasons and following the ritucharya or seasonal guidelines by eating seasonal foods and adjusting your lifestyle to the season also. I discussed ritucharya in episode 122, and part of these seasonal practices is a regular cleansing protocol, which helps to eliminate any accumulation of or toxins and any accumulation of doshas from the urinary channel and the body in general, ensuring the healthy function of the Mutra Vaha Srotas. There are many wonderful Ayurvedic herbs to help heal and support the urinary channel, and I discussed those in detail in episode 312. Maintaining balance in the Mutra Vaha Srotas is essential for optimal urinary function and overall health. By following the Ayurvedic tips I just mentioned, you can prevent disorders related to the urinary system. Ayurvedic principles emphasize prevention through a balanced lifestyle. So incorporating these practices regularly can help you avoid imbalances and keep the Mutra Vaha Srotas functioning well. As always, there's no one-size-fits-all approach in Ayurveda, and it's necessary to tailor the treatment plan to each individual. And if you need support, well, first of all, I have over 7 years of free podcast episodes. But if you want individual guidance tailored to you, weeding through all this information that's out there, then check out my online services. I offer online consultations where I will put a strategy together for your diet, lifestyle, self-care, mindfulness practices to help you maintain balance and prevent illness. Of course, I'll also help you address any current imbalances that are arising. I also have my Digestive Reset Cleanse, which is an individually tailored holistic cleanse program to help you reset your gut health, which in turn will help to reset your physical and mental health. And if you'd like to study by yourself, I recommend my Daily Habits for Holistic Health program. It's a 28-day self-paced program with the objective to help you live in tune with the circadian rhythms, implement these dinacharya or daily self-care practices in your life, and get more education on how to become your own healer. I also combine all these services in my Reset, Restore, Renew program. So it comes with several consultations, my Digestive Reset Cleanse, and the Daily Habits program. Now, I know that is a lot. I do have a comparison chart on my website where you can compare all my services and see which is best for you. And if you want to talk to me before booking anything, then please take advantage of my free 15-minute online services inquiry call. We can hop on Zoom and I can answer all of your questions. Also, now that we're in the holiday season, I want to let you know that I do have Elements Gift Vouchers available. So you can buy the gift of health for your loved one. And it's possible to buy a gift of an online consultation with me. So I'll put that link in the show notes also. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you think that this episode will be helpful to family or friends, please share it with them so we can spread this wisdom of Ayurveda. And if you haven't already subscribed or followed the podcast, please do so the new episodes will automatically download for you every week. And if you would like to rate and review the podcast, I would really appreciate that wherever you listen to your podcasts. Please come join me on social media. My new Instagram page is Elements of Ayurveda Podcast. And on Facebook, it's Elements Healing and Wellbeing. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take good care of yourself. Be well and bye for now. Slanga full.